Torva on an ultimate Iron Man? But that's crazy. No, it's not. Hey, how's it going, guys? I am UIM Loki, and I am currently on a journey to complete all combat achievements. That's right, we are aiming for the Zuck Helm. It just so happens that if you get the Zuck Helm, you incidentally complete full Blood Torva. So with that, let's get into today's video. Hey, that's not Blood Torva, that's the Nightmare. That's right, we are picking up right where we left off at the end of the last video, randomly coming in with this eldritch orb as we are completing the Nightmare combat achievements. Alright, well, I am gonna have to drop this eldritch orb, unfortunately. If you want to hear my thoughts onto why that is, then feel free to check out the end of the last video where I talk about that. Otherwise, we do have to actually wrap up the rest of these Nightmare combat achievements before we move on to the Blood Torva grind. So we've got about 6 more tasks here. Let's go ahead and knock these out. Hey, that's not Nightmare. That's, well, this guy kind of looks like a Nightmare, honestly, too. But yeah, we are here at the Phantom Muspa because it has come to my attention that a mage boost is going to be really useful for speedrunning the totem phase at the Nightmare. So the best mage boost that we can currently access is called the Forgotten Brew, requiring 91 herblore to make. Essentially, you take an ancient brew, which is already a mage boost in and of itself, and then you add this ancient essence to it, sort of empowering it a bit, and yeah, that is pretty much it. So unfortunately, the way that you make the ancient brew is with Nihil Horn Dust, which is really hard to access. You've basically got to kill next for it, and even then, you don't really get a whole lot. So the alternative way to get it that we are pursuing here is conveniently just by killing the Muspa himself. So I believe it is a 1 in 9 chance to roll the ancient brew, and then we can get either 1 or 2 of them. So this is going to be kind of a slow process, but it will eventually end up being worth it. So I guess we're going to kill this guy for a while. Oh, okay, that's pretty fast. We already got our first 2 ancient brews. We got the max roll on the second kill here. So what we're going to do is pick him up and then make him into the Forgotten Brew. What a beautiful color that is. Because there's 3 totem phases per Nightmare, I guess each one of these Forgotten Brews will be good for 1 full attempt at the Nightmare. But I guess so, I don't know, I'll probably just stack up a couple just so we can like consistently keep running and not have to like constantly switch activities, because having to read Death Bank between each boss is just not very efficient at all. Oh, we got a collection log slot. What the hell? The Frozen Catch? Wait, what even is this thing? 21 Limports? What the heck? Alright, well, I guess we'll take that. It's like, hey, there it is again. The max roll, 2 more ancient brews. I've been here for like, I don't know, probably like an hour at this point. I guess we'll go ahead and head on over to the Nightmare. So I guess, yeah, good luck us. Alright, we are just getting ready for our Nightmare attempt here. I'm gonna make one slight little interesting thing that might be worth sharing. We're gonna pull this frozen whip out of the master stash unit here over in Drainer, because we need something to kill the parasite and the husks with, and I think this is probably our best bet. Alright folks, here we are. This is what we're looking like. So we've got 8 brews, 2 Sanfus for the parasite, a couple restores, super combats, and the Forgotten Brew for the totems. Our spec weapon is the claw. We've got a full mage switch, like I said, the frozen whip for the parasite and husks. I think we're pretty much good to go. This is gonna be like a 15-minute kill of perfect flicking, so this is like an endurance test to say the least. It's like the longest boss fight of any boss in the game, I think. So like I said, the sub 16 minutes. We're also going to be trying to get this one called Terrible Parent. Kill the Nightmare without the parasites healing the boss for more than 100 health. It should be pretty easy since we have like such a good setup. So yeah, I guess with that, we pretty much have covered everything. Yeah, I'll just leave the recorder running and we'll get on in there. Alright, well, the first kill went absolutely horrible, so I had to reset, but that's okay, because I actually forgot to get the Dragon Warhammer. Oh, bro, I was... And now, it's time for the method. We first start off by smuggling some soul runes in from the Tumikin Shadow. This will allow us to bring in 1 additional brew. We only need about 20 souls or so to cast, 20 minutes worth of death charge. Specs are just really important here. We start off each phase with the Dragon Warhammer hit. In between all the husks in phase 1 and all the sleepwalkers and all the other phases, you just proc it a lot, so death charge is big. Otherwise, yeah, you are just going to be 1 tick flicking the entire fight because it's 20 minutes and you just can't really bring in enough restores to not flick the entire time, so we flick. Oddly, it kind of keeps me like really focused. I can't let my mind drift because I'm constantly having to focus on flicking, so my chance of missing a prayer I feel like actually goes down substantially, but that's just speculation. For the mage phase, we take a sip of our Forgotten Brew, boosting our max hit pretty substantially, giving us a much higher chance at success here. The dragon claws are incredibly useful for dealing with this parasite that spawns in phase 2. If you don't kill him immediately, he will start healing the boss for like 50 damage every couple seconds, and that is just not something we can have. Phase 3 is actually the fastest phase because you're not spending your time killing the parasite and the husks ever, you're just basically non-stop attacking the boss. It was something that I forgot to consider, because if we weren't 1/3 of the way done with the fight by the time the boss was 1/3 dead, I would reset, but I forgot to consider that the phases aren't all the same length. So it took me kind of an embarrassingly long time to recognize that. And yeah, so that is pretty much it, I think. So there you go. I don't think that's it, but it could be. Okay, well, oh wait, sorry, I got really excited there. I saw solo speed chaser, I thought that was the speed runner. We were 24 seconds off of the sub 16-minute time. So yeah, we can definitely do this. We just need to get some better RNG. Yeah. Hey, what is up, guys? I have got a brand new development for you here. These blood essence that have been sitting in my looting bag for probably a year at this point. I haven't touched them a single time. And yeah, I am gonna touch it. We're touching it. I touched it. We are actually gonna go ahead and craft some blood runes. I know, right? Crazy, because that's not even nightmare. So we've got our full rune crafting outfit to give us even more blood runes, as if doubling them wasn't even enough. The reason we're doing this now, though, is because it is time to edit the next video. This is just going to be a nice AFK activity. Alright, so I've never actually done anything like this before. I guess we just craft the blood runes. Yay! We made even more blood runes than we would have otherwise made without the essence. Oh, oh, dude, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. Literally my #1 favorite skilling pet, dude. Holy shit. We just got the Rift Guardian. Dude, I fucking love this thing so much. 16.4 million XP. Wow. That is a really cool thing to get. The reason I love this thing is because it's like, what the hell even is this? Like, what do you even make a rune crafting pet? Like, there's no animal associated with rune crafting, because runecrafting is like a skill that's like specific to this game. Runecrafting is like, in terms of like skill identity, runecrafting is the most RuneScape specific skill. There's nothing else here that's more RuneScape than runecrafting. It's literally got rune in the name. And so this guy is just the pure essence of RuneScape as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, that is great. That is just absolutely amazing. Couldn't have asked for a better day. Alright, well, we are all done editing the video. Yay, yes. Good job, everybody. Looks like we are making out with about 29,000 blood runes. Let's go ahead and drop the rest of these. Yeah, not too bad. I guess we'll go ahead and throw our new Rift Guardian into the menagerie so we can spend his days hanging out with all of his new best friends. Otherwise, for us, we are gonna get back on into the nightmare. First things first here, though, I am gonna go ahead and add these blood runes to the Firewall, because I don't really have a use for them just sitting in the inventory. So here we go, 145 charges. That is 14,000 scythe swings, if I'm not mistaken. Bro. Hello, Mr. DVS. I haven't seen that guy in game in a long time. And then I spent a couple of days grinding the boss. I eventually figured out that we should be dealing roughly 500 damage every minute. So if we were ever falling behind on that pace, it was a pretty clear sign that we should probably just reset and try again. And so that is what we did. And we did that a lot. Some other things that we did a lot of consisted of re-death piling between each attempt, because of course that's the only way you're going to be able to bring in sufficient supplies for each attempt. Additionally, we spent a fair amount of time re-upping on our ancient brew stack. Each potion only lasts us for 1 kill, so you can imagine how much time I would have to spend here. But not only that, we ended up running out of crystal dust for our divine super combats as well, and then we ran out of sandfoos, so of course we went and got more of those. Just a typical day in the life of a UIM. Oh, damn, okay. 16:19. 19 seconds off, huh? Definitely, we can get it. We can definitely get it, man. Oh god, we did it. We did it. Oh, we did it, boys. We fucking did it. Good job, everybody. Take a shot. We fucking did it. 15:34. We beat it by a good old 30 seconds. Man, that was so fun to do. I hated it. I didn't want to do it anymore for like the last 3 days that I've been doing this, but looking back on the grind, the second we finished it, it's just so fun to like min-max, calculate each inventory spot, every little tiny movement around the room, cutting down projectile speed, just the critical analysis and assessments that goes into the final product, which is the Grandmaster Speedrun. done. So yeah, that is totally amazing. And now it looks like we've got 3 more combat achievements to do for the nightmare, and it looks like we're gonna have to get a 5-man team. So apparently it's an achievement to have 4 high-level friends. Yeah, I don't really know why this sort of thing is a thing. I mean, I kind of get it. It would be cool to get like a sub 330, sure, and you need 5 people to do that. But me personally, I don't actually see the point in it. So as for me, I am going to be finding a Discord that will help me with this one, because trying to do this with 5 random people is no more of an achievement than trying to do it with 5 people who all have max gear and everything. So I feel so long as I have max gear, I'm not being carried. If I had like very low gear, it would be a different situation, but yeah. We are gonna go find a 5-man team. Man, look at these guys. It's almost like we bought this setup. So yeah, this combat achievement is pretty straightforward. You hit the boss with your maxed setup and you have 4 other guys doing the same thing. Assuming you're potted and praying, there's not really a whole lot of ways this can go wrong. And shocker, it didn't go wrong. Hey, there it is. The sub 330. Alright, so for this last one here, the entire group cannot lose a single prayer point for the entire fight. So the way that we do that is we just flick our prayers. Pretty straightforward. You get really used to doing this at this boss anyway, because in the final phase, he will turn off your prayers constantly and you're just flicking them anyway, so it's honestly not too bad. And there it is. Shout out to the guys here for helping out with that one. Man, if we go ahead and open up our combat log here, there will now be another one all greened out. This was probably like the first hard one we've done on this little series here, and yeah, it has come. I feel like this is like the chunk rolling part where I like roll the new chunk. I'm rolling a new boss to do, some new combat achievements to do, and I honestly just don't know which ones we're gonna do, so. Alright, so I'm looking at the list of things to do here, and the only thing that's standing out to me is something that we should do now is the Whisperer, because I've actually got this Forgotten Brew here in the inventory, which takes me a long time to get as a UIM, and this is actually my highest mage boost that I have access to, so because we're going to need to kill the Whisperer in 2 minutes and 5 seconds, I figure we may as well just do that now, and hope that we can get the time with just 1 Forgotten Brew. But yeah, I guess we will start sending some attempts. Alright, so before we head to the Whisperer, we've got one little thing to take care of here. Essentially, we did indeed finish up Nightmare without getting a Nightmare staff to go along with our eldritch orb, so I will be getting rid of this orb. We're going to drop it over to the Bond Alt, worth about 305 mil. That is a crazy item to get. It's super cool that we got it. It's sad that we can't do anything with it, but it's also fine, I guess. So there it is on the ground. The alt is here. 3, 2, 1, take Eldritch Orb. The deed has been done. I guess we'll go ahead and just insta drop that onto the GE. What do we get? Yep, 300 mil. And with that, let's go head on over to the Whisperer, shall we? All right, random first kill back. Oh, okay. 3 combat achievements done. I didn't even feel like that was a very fast kill, but I guess it was roughly PB pace. Okay, well, we'll take that. Oh, you know what? It just occurred to me that combat achievements didn't exist when I grinded this boss originally. I see. I'm putting it all together now. All right, so this Grandmaster combat achievement is kind of an interesting one. Essentially, you don't enter the Shadow Realm for more than 6 seconds on the whole kill. The way that we decided to go about this was we essentially just chanced the pillar phase here. Normally, you go into the Shadow Realm, see which pillars to stand behind, and then go back out. But I figure if you just don't do that at all, you're like basically guaranteed to get it. And sure enough, it worked. A Dark Memories Grandmaster combat achievement completed. We also got ourselves another little ancient brew here, which will help us on the speedrun. We're going to be stacking a few of those up. Yeah, this is going just really smooth so far. Yeah, we only have 3 left. So we need to do 5 kills without taking any damage. The Awakened Whisperer, which is kind of scary to think about. And then the speed run. So I guess we'll just do the 5 kills perfect to sort of just get us warmed up for the next 2, which are going to be a bit more difficult because I haven't done this boss in a while. So yeah, seems like the play. Hey, all right, there it is. 5 perfect kills consecutively. That took me a little longer than I'd like to admit, but that's fine. We got it done. We even got a bunch of ancient brews on the ground here, which are going to be very useful for the next segment, which is going to be the speed run. So all right, there is a couple Muspa kills, giving giving us the ancient essence that we need to make our little stack of forgotten brews here. That is just about the best thing that I think I've ever seen. All right, next up, we are going to come in with some groundbreaking tech here. I am just so happy that this is a thing, and you'll see why in a sec here. And what we are going to do is actually come to Varlamore with a full inventory of butterfly jars. We're going to come to the Hunter Guild here, and then as a little side quest really quick, we're going to come talk to Guildmaster Apatura. She's actually going to add a new teleport to our Hunter Cape / Max Cape. So it should be right here. Yep, there it is. We can now teleport directly to the Hunter Guild, which is exactly where we want to be, because what we're actually going to do here is we are going to catch a couple of these sunlight moths. I know, right? Crazy. Once we catch a full inventory, we are going to come on over to the Piscatorus hunting area, and we are actually going to start catching some dashing kebbits. I know. Stay with me for a sec here though, because you can actually jam the dashing kebbit's corpse into the sunlight moth, creating this item, the sunlight moth mix 2. All right, there is a full inventory of these bad boys. Now it gets really spicy. You might think, Loki, how are you ever going to make use of these if they're all just clogging up the inventory? Well, my friend, we can actually decant them over here on Bob Barter, because each one of these is a 2 dose. So if we decant them into 1 dose, look at that. What a beautiful sight. Each one of these is going to heal us 16 HP, and they're also going to do it without incurring any delay, just like Guthix rests. These, my friends, are the budget Guthix rests. They're basically the same thing, except they take about like 1/100th of the time to produce. So it really doesn't get better than that. We are going to need a decent amount of these things for this little speed run that we're going to be attempting here, and I'll probably end up using them on other things in the future as well, because, well, they're just incredibly useful. 0-tick food, man. Massive shout out to Mr. Brett over in the UIM Discord for sharing this method with me. Truly a lifesaver. And so the speedrun attempt started. This is what we did on July 25th, and you are viewing it in 100x speed. So happy July 25th, everybody. And then, after many hours of not only sending attempts, but also getting more forgotten brews from Muspa and more sunlight moth mixes, the fabled run occurred. Starting off, we got the ZCB. The second the ZCB lands, we summon the Thrall, switch to mage gear, fire off a shadow, and then run in for the double venge. This will immediately send him into the next phase, which I think is random. We ended up getting the pillar attack here. Other than that, the fight is pretty much the same as usual. Aside from the normal speedrun strats, generally you want to be standing as close to the boss as possible to cut down on projectile speed time. If you delay your attack a tick or 2 after each spec, you will effectively wait out the timer on the reduced damage. We kill all 4 green spirits during the spirit phase to deal 75 damage to the boss, and then we double venge once again at the end of the kill, giving us 4 full venges, the ZCB spec, and all the thrall damage, hopefully getting us the time. That should be it, please. Woo! Yeah, baby! Oh, dude, we beat it by 0.2 seconds. Oh, okay, alright. But yeah, we fucking did it, boys. We did it. That was so fun. I love speedrunning. Speedrunning's so fun, dude. I'm gonna have a speedrunning career when the UIM eventually fizzles out. Oh. Yeah, okay. We come over to the Whisperer log here. We are now 8 out of 9. There is only one thing left to do here, and that is perhaps the scariest thing of all, the Awakened Whisperer. So, the reason this is so scary is because, as a UIM, of course... Wait, let me pick up my stuff and then I'll tell you about it. Alrighty, so, where were we? Yeah, the reason this is so scary is because each Awakened DT2 boss attempt is going to require that we consume 1 Awakener's orb, and if you think about it, the reason Zuck is kind of scary is because if you fail, you just wasted like 2 hours. The reason Jad used to be scary back in the day is because if you failed, you wasted 2 hours. It's not the fight itself. Those fights are actually pretty easy. The reason it's scary is because of the long journey that it takes to get to them. You're not actually battling the bosses, you're battling your own self-imposed expectations, which is kind of paradoxical because generally it's the attachment to our time invested that serves to give meaning to the things that we do, and ultimately is a key element in progressing yourself into the future. But yeah, in cases like this, and lots of other cases actually, this is one of those times where we're gonna have to simultaneously let go of attachment and hold on to attachment at the same time, creating a beautiful, self-annihilating guiding principle, which most things actually are. However, it can be really difficult to see sometimes, so when I encounter these times where they are more clear, it's just a really good reminder to manifest the wisdom beyond beyond wisdom, the prajna paramita, the window into the true nature of reality. So yeah, anyway, according to the wiki here, the drop rates are as follows: 1 in 34 for Whisperer, 1 in 48 for Duke, 1 in 50 for Leviathan, and 1 in 80 for Vardorvis. So that's like at least an hour or 2 hours on average for one Awakener's Orb, for one attempt at the Awakened boss, which is probably going to take me like a lot of attempts. So Man, this part of the grind has given me the most stress out of any of these combat achievements, and we are finally here. So, I don't know, man. Let's see. I guess what we're probably going to do is we want to take, obviously, the fastest Awakener's Orbs per hour. Maybe stack like 1 to 2 of them, just so we can send a back-to-back attempt. And then, yeah, we're going to have to do all 4 of the bosses. So, according to my calculations, I'm pretty sure the Duke's Succulus is going to be the fastest Awakener's Orbs per hour, because it strikes a nice balance between fast kills and a decent low drop rate, so it is going to be a lot of scythe charges used. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to go with the Duke. So yeah, I guess we are going to finish up this last Whisperer combat achievement after we get the Awakener's Orb from the Duke. So let's head on over to the Duke. We also, of course, are going to have to do all these combat achievements anyway, so may as well get started on them now. Hey, what's up, guys? Just finished editing the next video. However, I figured since I'm already in blood rune crafting, which is pretty AFK, and I still need to complete the DT2 quest line on the alt here, I figure I may as well actually just do this now. Yeah, we've got to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quests, including DT2, and then this account will be ready to send a bunch of practice attempts. And rather than wasting time on the UIM collecting the orbs, I can just buy them and send the attempts on here. So yeah, we'll hopefully be saving a lot of time this way. And we are now done with Desert Treasure 2 on the alt, which means we are ready to get back into some normal stuff. Managed to craft about 35,000 blood runes over the last few days, which is great. Oh, okay. Got the one of the speedrun things. That is a 144. It's not even our PB, but yeah, I guess we will just be sort of passively completing some of these combat achievements here as well. Oh my god, dude. Awakener's Orb. Shit, we already got one. Okay, well, that was pretty fast. I think we were only here for like 6 kills or something. It is currently 12:30 a.m. So I was figuring I would just kill this boss for a few hours, maybe get lucky and get 1 or 2 orbs. And then we are gonna run the Awakened Whisperer in the morning when I'm like not so tired and stuff, just to increase our chances of succeeding. But yeah, that feels great. That is like pretty much the only time I've ever been happy to see that drop. So alrighty, the only thing is that I might accidentally consume our Awakener's Orb when I go into Duke, because it asks you every single time you enter when you've got one of these things if you want to do the awakened version. I almost just like instinctively hit 1 on my keyboard, which would have consumed it, but I'm gonna hit 2 so we don't consume it. However, I don't know if I'll be present enough to not make that mistake as we continue to grind for our second orb here. By the way, it's the morning. What's up? A brand new day. I knew it. I accidentally used it. We're on a awakened Duke Succulus here. Give it a shot maybe, who knows? Get lucky. Hey, there is a new PB. The Duke Succulus Speed Chaser completed. If you attack the boss the same tick that he attacks you, as if you were a mirror image, if you did that, then you would complete the Grandmaster Combat achievement. That was not hard at all. Is that really a Grandmaster Combat achievement? That was the easiest thing ever. Ooh, Awakener's Orb number 2, 885 KC. All right, that feels good, man. That feels really good. I think I'm probably just gonna take this one straight over to the Whisperer, so that way I don't accidentally consume it again. And yeah, we are gonna go send our first ever Awakened Whisperer attempt. So that is very exciting. Here we go. And so we spent the next few hours sending Awakened Whisperer attempts on the alt. Used about 10 Awakener's Orbs. Did not get a completion, but I did learn a lot about the fight. Alright, here we are on the UIM. I'm pretty nervous. That's not good, but we are gonna just do this anyways, I hope. We'll see what happens. Alright, so the Awakened Whisperer. A lot of people will tell you that the Awakened Whisperer is a bit easier than the other Awakened bosses, so it's a nice cozy one to start off on for us. Essentially, the fight is the same as normal, with a few notable exceptions. The boss's HP is tripled, making this a pretty long fight. Additionally, instead of attacking 3 times with her standard attack, she will attack 6 times, as well as having varied attack patterns throughout the fight. You will also notice, instead of just 4 tentacle attacks on each standard attack, there is 8, which means the only way you can dodge it in one game tick is by running in an L shape. All things considered, not too hard. All of her special attacks will receive a buff as well. Here, we get the pillar attack. Instead of having 3 pillars to memorize and then hide behind, in the awakened variant, it's 5, which doesn't seem like a lot, but considering you only have a second or two to memorize it, and the cost is instant death, it kind of is a little bit scary. The reason you only have a couple seconds to memorize it is because on top of everything else, the sanity bar that you can see in the top left drains like significantly faster. If that thing reaches 0, then you just die instantly, and you basically have to do the entire kill perfectly, or else that sanity bar is going to make the kill impossible. So we made it through our first pillar attack. There will be 2 of each special attack, so we're not out of the woods yet. The next one we get here is the spirit attack. Normally, the way that this works is that you just kill the green spirits. It deals 75 damage to the boss. There's 4 of them. Pretty straightforward. Unless, of course, you have a Venator bow, you can kill all of them. I don't have that. So what we have to do here is kill the new spirit, which is this Sanitas spirit. There are 4 of them, and it's essentially required to not run out of sanity. If you don't kill them, I'm told you lose a lot of sanity, although I've never tried it, so I don't actually know. Effectively, it's a must. Her third special attack is the running orbs 1 thing. It's pretty much the same as normal. You have like a lot less time to do it, but assuming you're doing it perfectly, you don't even really notice a difference. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Oh, I guess you do the special attacks 3 times each, not 2 times each. Okay, well there it is. That just goes to show how little you have to know this fight to succeed at it. But yeah, once you finished all the specials 3 times, you're in the final stretch. She will do a volley of 6 attacks at once, same as always, except now they've gone through a couple evolutions, and at this point, they're alternating every attack. In addition to that, she will throw in these vertical and horizontal tentacle attacks that kind of mess up the L running. However, with precision, it's not really too much of an issue. That is until you accidentally miss 1 flick on a 10-minute fight, and then you start panicking. What is happening? No! No, bro, what the fuck just happened? Oh my god. Look at how nervous my clicks are, dude. Look at this. Look how far the mouse jumps. That was meant to be 1 click. Why am I double clicking? I'm like clenching the mouse so hard that I accidentally click it a second time. I don't want to build up a mental block against this guy. This fight's so easy. I wish I could have gotten it on the first one, but that's all right. We're gonna go get another Awakener's orb, and then we will continue on. That's definitely it. That's definitely it. Bro, there's no way. Yeah, 113. Oh my god, we just slaughtered the time, dude. Wow. It's a shame I didn't record the full run, because I was actually just switching my settings to have the replay buffer be 120 seconds so I could record the whole run, because it was only at 90 seconds before, because for whatever speedrun I was doing before this, I guess we only needed 90 seconds, and I wanted to be able to record the whole run, and of course we get it on the one run where the replay buffer is not up. That's fine though. We got it. That is crazy. That's a good time, man. That is a good time. We are just knocking out these Duke tasks. This is really fun. All we have left is the Awakened Duke, and then do 5 perfect kills in a row. So I guess we'll probably just send Awakened Duke after we do the Whisperer. So yeah, we are looking good, man. We are looking good. Oh, there it is. All right, well, I guess we got the perfect Duke thing. I thought it had to be 5 kills in a row, but I guess it's just 5 kills in 1 trip. We kept getting the food drops, so I kept just staying. And yeah, that is awesome. Nice little Awakener's orb. You'll love to see it. That is our 3rd one of those on the still grind. All right, boys, round 2 GLGLs. All right, we made it to the enrage phase. Our attacks are now going to alternate every attack. No, man, no. My heart is pounding so hard, bro. My heart is pounding so hard. All right, another Awakener's orb coming in about an hour into this trip. This is the craziest trip I've ever had. All right, dude, enrage phase. I need to get this here. I need to get this here. Yes! My heart, dude. My heart. My heart is pounding. My heart is pounding, man. Woo! Yeah! Yes. Yes. Fuck, dude. We did it. We did it. We did it. Oh my god. That's an 11-minute kill, dude. Those things are a marathon, man. If we go ahead and check in with the combat log, we will now see another one all greened out. Man, this is the equivalent feeling of like completing like one of the original Desert Treasure 2 bosses on my first ever RuneScape account. Because that's essentially what this is. We got 1 down, 3 more to go. Whew. I am fucking ecstatic, boys. Okay, let's head on over to Duke, get our next awakener's orb, and then take care of that one. And so he did. I was kind of hoping to get Blood Torva completed in this video, but seeing as we're already 30 minutes in, ain't no one got time to watch all that, so that will have to wait until next week. So if you want to see that video when it comes out, feel free to subscribe, and as always, guys, thank you for watching. Stay safe out there, take care, until next time, I love you, bye. Massive shout out to the YouTube members. At the silver tier, we've got Chester, Thornforge, Brendan, Toasty the Wizard, Benjamin H, Cookie Cake, Gangplank Main, Kenneth M, Jarrett H, Nihilism, Rip, Trogathor, Chicken Noodles, Clump, Alfredo, GBT, Cope, Fruboy, Jacob P, and our newest member, Sam M. For the gold tier, we've got Aya, Misks, David Boone, Belham, Kill the Queen, Dubbing Till Death, Gilly, Obtainable Beer, MF, Unworn Tripod, Sobski, Big Dick 69, It's Litz, and Romelu Scorelot. Cheers, guys. See you in the next one.